Just watch this MaxxPro maneuver. In this footage, a Ukrainian crew is returning from a combat mission. The Russians tried to stop it 3 times with gunfire, but they failed. Thanks to sharp training and solid armor, the Ukrainians pulled off a heroic move, evacuating the wounded and saving every single soul on board. Meanwhile, if you want a wild comparison of armor quality, just watch a cutting-edge Russian T-90 tank pop like a firework after meeting a Ukrainian FPV drone. Now that's one explosive difference. But how does the American MaxxPro really hold up against the chaos of Ukraine's battlefield? Let's hear straight from the soldiers who put it to the test. The armor on this vehicle is impressive. It can withstand a direct hit from an anti-tank guided missile. There was even a time when it took a direct hit from a tank. The vehicle couldn't move afterward, but everyone inside survived. In the Russian-Ukrainian war, incidents like these are far from rare. The intensity of fire from both sides is incredibly high. There was a time I was driving, and the guys later told me they were firing at me with a tank, grads, and mortars. Somehow, I managed to escape. Thank God the crew was unharmed. To destroy the first International MaxxPro vehicles, the Russians deployed their tank crews, hoping to breach the armor and eliminate the crew. Here's how it went down. A tank hit near the wheels. The vehicle caught fire. I was still inside, but the shrapnel didn't penetrate. Hit that like button if you're impressed by the resilience of American military vehicles. The MaxxPro faced another brutal test when it took a tank shell and an anti-tank guided missile head-on. The armored capsule held strong, but the vehicle itself needed a trip to the repair shop. Luckily, the crew walked away unscathed. It's a perfect example of top-notch engineering, teaming up with a bit of good fortune, though even the best machines can't guarantee a clean getaway every time. This MaxxPro successfully withstood sniper fire thanks to its aluminum armor and bulletproof glass. Fortunately, an RPG-7V anti-tank grenade was lodged in the rear ramp. Had it detonated, it would have destroyed the vehicle and likely killed everyone in the armored capsule. To prevent fatal outcomes in such scenarios, American engineers designed a special safety system inside the vehicle. It has an automatic fire suppression system with sensors to extinguish fires if the armor is breached. But would it have helped if that grenade had exploded? That's a question that remains unanswered. When designing the International MaxxPro, American engineers built it tough enough to withstand blasts from landmines packing up to 33 pounds of explosives. With Ukraine's front lines riddled with fortified defenses and chaotic minefields, it was only a matter of time before the MaxxPro met an anti-tank mine. And when it did, well, let's just say this beast showed what it's made of. Despite external damage, everything inside remained intact. This was thanks to the V-shaped hull design. The hull is shaped like a cone, so when the MaxxPro hits an anti-tank mine, the wheels are blown off, the vehicle is lifted, but everyone inside the capsule stays safe. The guys even said that when these blasts happen, they get shaken up a bit, but no one's hurt or even concussed. With a high probability after repairs, this MaxxPro will be ready to return to the fight. You've already seen that the MaxxPro is a prime target for the Russians on the battlefield. However, after numerous attacks, not only its strengths, but also its weaknesses have been revealed. These include the front section, where the engine is located, and its large wheels. To protect the engine in critical situations, a metal structure was installed in front of it. This is a catcher for bullets and shrapnel that might ricochet and otherwise damage the radiator. It's a very thoughtful and effective design. But what about the wheels? They can be damaged by shrapnel or large caliber rounds. Here's what a Ukrainian soldier had to say about such a situation. If all the wheels are punctured, the vehicle doesn't sink onto the rims. It runs on the rubber itself, allowing it to move at speeds of 18 to 24 miles per hour. However, there are cases when a punctured tire has caused a bigger problem. We were heading to a position when the right rear tire blew out. The vehicle skidded off the road and into a trench, tipping onto its side. We used cables and the hooks on top to attach it to a tank and pulled it out. To keep the vehicle operational after a wheel is damaged, monitoring the oil level is critical. This solution can buy enough time to escape a dangerous area. There's an inflating system and a pneumatic pressure mechanism. The crew has to monitor the oil level. If they don't, the gear might break. Over 3 years of using the International MaxxPro, Ukrainian forces have faced not only Russian resistance, but also challenging weather conditions and terrain. We've used these vehicles in winter, on sand, and even in snowdrifts over 6 feet high. The MRAP has performed really well. With its impressive size, the MaxxPro easily tackles obstacles and even tows other equipment. Its bulk didn't go unnoticed by the Russians, who gave it the nickname Elephant. The Ukrainians naturally had a sharp-witted response.
Большие маленьких не обижают.
The big don't bully the small, only the wicked. Agree? Hit subscribe for more soldiers' quotes on Western weapons. Unfortunately, the MaxxPro's large size comes with one major downside: visibility. Its sheer bulk makes it more likely to be spotted by enemy drones. It's a bit of a drawback because it's visible from far away. But on the other hand, the gunner sits high up and has a wide, long-range field of view. The International MaxxPro is equipped with a heavy machine gun and a grenade launcher. You pull the charging handle, chamber around with this button, and with a light press, it's ready to fire. This onboard weaponry provides fire support for infantry dismounting from the rear of the MRAP. The ramp at the back is amazing. It lets troops deploy during combat. This is a must-have on all modern armored vehicles. Laying down machine gun fire to suppress the enemy can seriously boost your chances of mission success. Curious about the details? Hit the link in the top right corner to check out our video on the legendary M2 Browning machine gun. But for now, let's dive back into the MaxxPro. There's still plenty of action to explore. One of the MaxxPro's biggest assets is its speed, which helps it catch enemies off guard. It accelerates quickly and handles really well. The automatic transmission makes it easy to drive. On a good road, I hit 70 miles per hour. This agility saves valuable time during offensives or evacuations, but also comes with a risk. If you push the gas a little too hard, the vehicle can tip over. And as experience shows, such incidents have happened. The vehicle also features a built-in infrared spotlight at the front, which helps the driver stay on course at night. The driver uses a night vision device, and the infrared light gives additional illumination, making it easier and more convenient to see the road at night. Before hitting the road, Ukrainian soldiers went through solid training and crafted their own tactics for using the MaxxPro. This was crucial, given that the battles where the MaxxPro previously shined were in completely different types of warfare. This vehicle is meant to be used as a heavily armored transport. Yes, it's large, but it's designed for specific tasks. It's not really a breakthrough vehicle. For offensive operations or frontline missions, the MaxxPro isn't the best fit. Its large silhouette, lighter armor, and lack of heavy weaponry make it less suited for breaking through enemy defenses. That said, it's a game changer for patrols, medical evacuations, transporting recon teams, second-line support, and navigating operational areas. In these roles, the MaxxPro truly shines. When enemy defenses are broken and the fight turns into mobile engagements, with vehicles moving along roads and penetrating enemy rear areas, the MaxxPro can deliver exceptional results. Ukrainians have analyzed the MaxxPro's use by U.S. forces in Afghanistan and concluded, this vehicle is designed for counterinsurgency operations, where the enemy relies heavily on mines and improvised explosive devices. The Russians, however, are far better equipped and prepared than guerrilla fighters, with more advanced weaponry. To preserve these scarce vehicles, Ukrainians primarily use them for evacuation, logistics, and troop transport. During the first 10 days of the counteroffensive in early June, there were many wounded. The 68th Brigade used MaxxPros to evacuate them. You'd open the MaxxPro and 5 to 6 critically injured soldiers would be inside. In terms of evacuation, the MaxxPro performs flawlessly. There are numerous documented cases where swift transport in a MaxxPro saved lives. We evacuated a wounded soldier, shrapnel injuries, and a concussion, but we got him to the medics and they saved him. In moments like that, all you think about is doing everything right because someone's life depends on it. Due to a shortage of armored vehicles, Ukrainians have sometimes used the MaxxPro in assaults, though this isn't its intended role. While it can lead to successes, it also comes with risks. It depends on the weather. If the ground is dry enough, you can drive in, dismount, complete the mission, load up, and get out efficiently. But not every crew gets so lucky. One team had to abandon their vehicle in an emergency. We were attacking Pavlivka when we came under heavy fire. Our MaxxPro was hit. Even a high-voltage power line fell onto the vehicle. We had no choice but to jump out because it couldn't go any further. MaxxPro shines brightest when used for its intended purpose, maximizing its strengths. When you compare it to Soviet-era armored vehicles, the difference is night and day. The U.S. military places soldier survival front and center, investing heavily in armor to protect everyone inside. On the flip side, Soviet and Russian designs often trade protection for cost efficiency. prioritizing quantity over the lives of their crews. That's why the internet is full of videos showing Soviet-era vehicles turned into scrap metal, while such catastrophic losses are a rarity with Western-made equipment. In terms of armor, even Soviet BTRs with roughly the same weight can't compete. That's a fact. The MaxxPro is a very well-armored vehicle. In the end, the MaxxPro's #1 job is to save lives, and it delivers. Even under heavy fire from Russian forces, this vehicle has proven its worth. While the MaxxPro itself might take damage or even be lost, its crew almost always survives to fight another day. What's your take? Where do you think the MaxxPro performed best? Afghanistan, Ukraine, or Syria? Let us know in the comments.